Siri. All right, we are recording. We are on. Wow. It is almost 20 after, and we just had a big hiccup with our technology, but that's all right. We are on. We are life changers. We are here. I am excited. I am seeing new names pop up. There's Jackie on here. I'm excited to see Tracy on here. We've got like coaches having babies. Like we've got my coach, my upline coach, and then me, and then y'all, and then grandbaby. So it is an exciting night to have a team call. So I am so excited because Melinda, her team, I don't know if you have a team name or not. I know we've talked about that you're going to come up with a team name. She's like doing her team call. She is running her show, and that is awesome. She has Tracy on the call tonight. Both of them are leading the way. They have sold challenge packs. Exciting. We got interaction going on in their groups, your clean eating group. So that is awesome. I'm super, super excited for you guys. I'm excited. So I'm just going to do like a little recap very quickly, and then we're going to get into how we're going to hit diamond. We're going to get diamond. Okay, guys, we're going to be sparkling by the end of this year. Trust me. Okay, just trust me on this. All right, but for this month of October, we are doing a few things. We've got a clean eating group that's going on I've got Pick Monkeys, I've got your sweet faces. If you want in on that and to create your own, just let me know. I've got the template. I can put your sweet face in there. It'd be great if you want to mention it by the end of the call. If you want to start mentioning it to some of your coaches and say, hey, this is going to be really easy peasy. I'll help you on this. Let me know. I'll help you help your coaches, okay? So we're doing a clean eating group. I'm doing mine this week. You can follow and watch what I'm doing and do yours next week, okay? So you're running your own business. And then after the clean eating group, we're going to tell them, because they're all like, I need sugar. They're like dying because they can't have sugar and they can't have this and they can't have that. But you're going to be able to come in there and tell them your testimony by the end of the clean week, and tell them like with your Shakeology, because you were able to drink a treat in the afternoon. That's awesome. You've gotten results. You're going to share your results, your testimony, your before and after pictures, and let them know, hey, I've got this, and I've got this program. You're going to be able to sell them a challenge pack, because what you are doing is going to get results, and it's going to be a much easier plan than no sugar and no life, right, for that 7 days. So you're going to offer them some hope by the end of this. And then we are going to start advertising, if you will, for lack of a better term. You're going to start advertising for our challenge group. We're doing a group challenge group. We've got a group sneak peek going on, the next level challenge group, okay? So we're all doing it together. Push it on your wall saying our whole team is doing this. We've got amazing coaches who have gotten their before and after pictures. If you are in there, or before and after results, if you are already in there and you have teamed up, then go ahead, find your before and after picture, and please go ahead and post it in there. Cindy Laninga posted a cute video today, and she, like, especially how she ended it with her before and after, and it's just her face. Like, wowza, that's huge. So, and then when your people see all of these other coaches and their results, they're gonna be like, wow, this is an amazing team. They are getting results. They know what they're doing. I want to join and be a part of their family, because they are doing this together. So be a part. I just want to invite you, be a part of this, because the biggest surges I've ever seen in the 2 years I've been doing this business is when the team, whether I've been teaming up with Jatana's group or whether I've been watching her and then Life Changers have done things together, that's when the surge comes, and they just want to be a part because they're seeing the action and the excitement going on with lots of results. So I just want to encourage you to be a part of that. And if you, or you can, at the very least, hop in that group and watch what we're doing, and then go make your own, and then kind of formulate your group, based on that. Okay, so do that. So that's the way that September is going to roll. Let me know if you have any questions. I can help you with any kind of, I keep calling them Pick Monkeys, because when I signed, that was the only way you even knew how to make a picture. And we still use that, but I can make your advertisement picture and just put your pictures in there, and we'll get going. All right. We are going to talk about how to go diamond, okay? And I obviously, as you guys know, in these last 3 months, I had to take just a little teeny step back. Life happens, and I was committed to some things, and now I am back with a vengeance. I am back with a fire that is unquenchable. I'm excited. I am thrilled, and when that happens, I start doing what Melinda does and just start listening to team calls, listening to this, listening to Melanie Mitro, and listening to that, right? I mean, she is amazing at grabbing information and grabbing stuff and putting it even in Life Changers. And so that's what I've been doing. Like, if we're going to do this thing, we got to get in here and do this thing. So I was listening to one of my favorite coaches besides Jatana. Jatana is the favorite because that's who I signed under. But I was listening to another favorite coach of mine, Mindy Wender. And it was interesting. I was telling Miriam, I was like, listen, because I sent a bunch of you guys just a little clip, like a 2-minute clip. If you have not watched that, please go watch it, because she talks about envisioning your why. And she was like, whatever you focus on, I mean, that is biblical too. And she's a Christian, but that is biblical. Whatever your mind focuses on, that is what you're going to gravitate towards. It's like a big, huge magnetic force. You're going to follow wherever you're attracted to, and the people that are attracted to you are going to follow in that same direction. Okay, so you want to get your eyes fixed on what you want. What do you want? Do you want to stop working your full-time job? Do you want, or are you already a stay-at-home mom and you just want to make an extra income so that you don't have to go to work? Are you wanting to get your debts paid? Are you wanting just some frivolous money? If you want to build a new house, Mindy Wender was talking about how she started envisioning her new house, and she started walking in to the baby's room, and she started walking into just envisioning what her deck and where she was going to have these barbecues and parties, and just envision, what do you want? What do you want? And you need to make that, you need to write it out. You need to write it out and send it to me. Make a video. Tell me what you want. And then I will help keep you accountable, and we will stay on that track together, and I will help you. And even if it means, okay, Rebecca, I still have this going on. I remember last year, I had to get on a call with each one of you and find out, where are you, in life, and where can we fit the business in? We will formulate something that is catered just to you and your lifestyle so that we can get you where you want, okay? But this is something, I'm telling you, you've heard these things before, but we're going to simplify this even more, okay? Number one, you've already heard of the vital behaviors. Vital behaviors. Can someone tell me what the 4, when I started it was 3 vital behaviors. Who can tell me what the 4 vital behaviors are? Somebody just come off mute and tell me. Come on, come on, come on. Who can tell me 4 vital behaviors? All right, who can tell me 1? Melinda. Be proof the product works.
Yep. So
proof the product works. So you're going to work out, drink your Shakeology.
Invite. Personal development.
Invite. Tracy said invites. Good. And then you said personal development. And what's that what's that other one?
Connect. Recognize.
Recognize. So be proof the product works. You got to get your transformation. You got to get your transformation. You got to, so be proof the product works. And you are going to invite. You are going to do your personal development so that your mind is engaged with a business mindset. And that one is an easy one to forget and say, like, I already know what I want, and I already know what I need to do, whatever. No, you need the personal development. You need it. And then recognize your own successes, recognize your challengers. When your first challenger loses 5 pounds, when you do a clean eating group, you put all those sweet faces in a big, go to Photify because it's so easy. You can do up to 20 people or 16 or 20 people in one of those things. Just say, these are my people that's going to do clean eating with me. Just put them out there. Put those faces out there. When somebody loses 3 pounds, shout them out. Shout 5 pounds out. And then when you have 4 people that lose 5 pounds, shout them out. Just start. You got to start that thing rolling. Okay. You got to start it rolling. Start from the beginning, okay? Don't start from, well, I got to start at Rebecca's level or at Jatana's level, and I got to be a 6-star diamond before I can ever be successful. No, you get your clean eating. Look what I'm doing. I am leading a clean eating group. I don't care if it's just me and you in there. You tell your people you are leading a clean eating group, and I will follow you, okay? You've got to get out there and let your people know that you are doing something. Come in and join mine and just say, we are co-leading. I'll put my face on a PicMonkey with you and say, we are co-leading and we are bringing this thing. Because I can tell you, especially as our team gets bigger, I can't handhold every single person. I can bring you in. You can use me, you can use my face, we will do this stuff together. But now this group was a special group because it was my idea, and I'm like, let's do this as life changers. And I'm like, I'll make all your PicMonkeys. Send me your pictures, I'll make your PicMonkeys. But I can't do that for you every week. I'm doing this to show you how to do it so that next month you're gonna be like, oh, I am a diva. I'm gonna put my face and I'm gonna team up with Miriam. I'm gonna team up with Brenda, and we're gonna do a group, right? And then just go out there and shine and be the CEO of your business, okay? So those 4 vital behaviors are, that's just a given. That's not even part of the 5 things with going diamond, okay? But you have to know those. Write those things down. You have to know those vital behaviors, especially that personal development one. Although that is going to be part in a little bit. All right. The first thing, you've got to have that mindset shift. Get it set right. Mindset shift, okay? And we're going to do this thing, okay? We're going to start inviting. We're going to start inviting, okay? I know that's part of your vital behaviors, but this is part of that 5 process, what's going to get you to diamond. We're going to start inviting. Now, that doesn't mean that we're just going to go in and randomly start like sending these messages to people we don't know and say, come join my challenge group. You're going to do I'm going to give you some ideas. You can write these things down. When I started, what I did an event, and I did a Bible study with, okay, let me back it up even more so. This was before I joined and before I even signed up with Beachbody. I saw Jatana because I stalked her. She friended me, and I'm like, who is this person that just friended me? And I just started watching her. She was interesting. She was appealing, so you've got to make yourself interesting and appealing. And she did something called Buns, Guns, and Abs. And we are going to find that sheet somewhere. I don't know where it is. But she did it as an event, and it was something I could be involved in, but I did not want her to know I was involved in it. So I would join, and then I would come back out, because if I thought she saw me, I literally undid it, whatever you did back then. Like, I joined the event, and then I went back. And then I got brave one time, and I even commented on something, and there was like 15 minutes that went by, and she didn't respond, so I deleted it, because I didn't want her to see me. Y'all know that I'm extroverted, and I don't care who sees my stuff. But in this situation, because I'm like, I'm not ready to jump in anything, I didn't know. I was on that fence. So if Miss Extrovert Rebecca does that, you've got to know that your challengers are watching, or your people, your friends, your audience are watching you the same way. If you are interesting and you are appealing at all, they're watching you and they are afraid to jump in. But if you do something that is an event and you make it public and you go through that event and you invite 250 of your friends and you go into that event and you tell them, invite your friends, the more the merrier, this is going to be awesome. And when they are inviting their friends and you're going to have this huge big thing. And Buns, Guns, and Abs, all it was again a PicMonkey at the top, and it gave you exercises to do, and you were going to somewhat eat healthy, I guess. But you're holding each other accountable with exercises. It's not just clean eating, but it was so friendly. Like, you could go in, you could go out. You could do all these things like you just didn't know, and you can see who else is in there. So you can like be nosy and snoop around. But that was a way that I invited, not one invite, not 5 invites, but you can invite 200, 250 invites. I've done that. Teresa and I did this with a Bible study. I've done this with Bible studies forever. and even before I did Beachbody. And I just invited, hey, do you want to do a real quick this or real quick, we'll eat healthy and whatever. You can do it as an event, and you're going to invite people. As you are inviting people, okay, you are going to transition from that. And when you have an actual, like a Beachbody event or a Beachbody, maybe it is another clean eating event, or maybe it's when Clean Week comes out in October, that will be a stepping stone for you to say, hey, it's the next level. It's another free group. You can just get a sampler of Shakeology and you can see what our workouts are. And then these are my results, and you show them. These are the results I got from doing what is in this Clean Week. And then you just take it step by step. But you've got to, and then you start developing that relationship with your people. Okay, these are just friends, these are just followers. You're going to develop that relationship. Tammy is doing a phenomenal job. And I know that she's doing this from a sincere heart because she's a Bible study teacher. So she is doing what she loves to do, and people are coming to her. She has like 60 people, or probably more than that now, probably like 80 to 100 now, that are just coming to her because they have something in common. And then when the time comes that, that she's forming these relationships, then she can say, hey, I've got this. I don't know if you've seen me, on my wall, but I like living healthy, body, soul, and spirit, or whatever, and say, I've got a free group, and you can invite somebody to that free group. And then you start creating that, that relationship. Then when the time comes that you have a challenge group, you invite them. Hey, I've got next level challenge group coming up at the end of the month. Don't want to bug you. Don't want to be a pest. But you know what? This is how I got my real true results. And I would love to have you in. Okay. So then the second thing that you're going to do. All right. So let's back this up a little bit for the invites. I want you to make a commitment. If you want to go diamond, and this goes all the way up to Janelle Summers, who gave this to Mindy Winder, who I watched this the other night, and this is what she said. She said, if you want to go diamond, you have to commit to these things. And it was inviting. You have to invite 10 people every single week. 10 people every single week to something. Invite them. And then what you're going to do, so starting out, you're going to be inviting them to something free. But then as the next week rolls around, the people that said yes and are going through something free, well, now you're going to start having that relationship, and then it's going to progress into inviting them to a real full-fledged challenge group. Okay, so you're going to have to figure out some kind of tracking. You can go in your back office and get that BAT form, business activity tracker. You guys can talk in our chat or go into Life Changers, please. Like Melinda and Tammy. Trisha's really good with teachers, all of my teachers, really good at organizing. Just put some information in there of how you guys keep track of things. Team Z is a way, Google Streak, but it needs to be quick, not something that you are tracking and it takes you an hour to track people, because that's not the point of it. You want something really quick. So you guys, the Emeralds can figure, that's your task, Emeralds, is figure out a way to track those things. So you're going to invite. The next thing is you are going to present the business opportunity to 5 people every single week. 5 people. Again, starting out, it's going to be these free bun, guns, and abs, right? And then you're going to go into but right now, a lot of you have already been running challenge groups. So you can go into your challenge groups and say, hey, you have gotten amazing results or whatever. Maybe, Miriam, you would want to go and talk to Rosie or Mariah, or somebody that maybe, that they would like to do something. And just give that invite to 5 people every single week, and have something on the back burner that you can present to them, whether it's a quick testimony, whether you have a coaching sneak peek, whether it is a document that they go 1, 2, 3, 4, they can watch these YouTube videos. You can be, like I said, you are the CEO of your business, and you can come up with whatever you want to do, but you need to present that business 5 times every single week. So you're going to invite 10 people to the challenge every single week, and you're going to invite 5 people to the business. You're going to present the business opportunity every single week. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to add to your network. Do not bypass adding to your network. You go through and randomly select people and then go through and find, I would leave people in our, if, you know, with our coaches, because, you know, if you have lots of mutual friends and you have a downline coach, like Melinda, you don't want to go through Tracy's. In other words, you don't want to go through Tracy's friends and be like, ooh, who does she have that I can friend? You want to go, you know, and find somebody that's not your downline coaches, so that you know, and you can find these in, you know, maybe a dental hygienist group like you're in, or like an autistic group for, you know, from moms that have children with autistic kids, or homeschooling, or military. I know Lydia, that is just like, I mean, military get to coach for free. Like, that in and of itself is just amazing, because number one, they already get the discount. They already get 25% off, and they can start making money immediately like that. And they don't even have to do anything. They're just military. They just put their waiver in and that's it. So, you know, going in and making those friends or whatever. So add to your network, And then the next thing you're going to do is follow-ups. So when you have that amazing tracking system, and then especially after you've been doing this for like a month, 2 months, some of you have been doing this for a while, go back into your old sneak peeks, into your old, what is a challenge group, whatever they were called back then. Go in and do those follow-ups with those people, and use wisdom. Like, really, you might want to pray before, I don't know, but use wisdom so that you know that you're not bugging them. Just go in and be like, okay, am I going to just, you know, like connect with them on a friendly level? Hey, you know, because if their mom just died, you don't want to go in there and be like, hey, you want to join a challenge group? You know, and like, you want to like really make sure that you know what's going on in their life before you just, you know, plaster them with invites or whatever. So, but you do want to go back and follow up. Like, hey, I know, and there might be people that have said, yes, I would love to join a challenge group, but I just don't have the money right now. That's where that tracking system is going to come in phenomenal, okay, so that you will know what their responses were. Team Z really is a good thing with that. We can talk about that at some other point. Team Z, I think for a lot of people who are really organized, Team Z, they want to be like ultra organized on that, and it wastes so much time. So, but anyway, but make sure you're following up. And then the next thing, so the last thing is you're reading a personal development book. Okay, so you are reading a personal development book. So these are the 5 things. Present the business, or I'm sorry, invite 10 people a week. Present the business to 5 people a week. Add to your network. You should be adding between 20 and 30 new friends a week. That is what came straight from Mindy Winder, straight from Janelle Summers, adding to your network, 20 to 30 new people a week. And then do your follow-ups. Go back through, make sure you are following up every single week. And maybe Thursday is the day that you do follow-ups, or maybe Monday is, because people kind of have a fresh perspective of like, oh, really, it's Monday, I want to lose weight, right? And then the last thing is personal development. Now, those 5 things are going to get you to diamond, but we're going to take it up another notch. We're going to have an accountability, whether we can do an accountability call, and I will literally set a timer for 30 minutes and literally will turn the thing off in 30 minutes, because I don't think anybody has time to be adding more things to their calendar. But we're going to figure out a time that is best where we can get on and say, okay, Cassie, did you do your 5 things this week? And Casey's going to be, Casey, sorry, I say, every time I see C-A-S-S, I always say Cass, but it's Case. And I'll say, Casey, did you invite 10 people? Okay, did you do that? And you're going to be yes, 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 yes. Okay, and then we're just going to go around and say. And then at the very end of the call, so it's just accountability. That's all we're going to do is come in and do the accountability. Did we invite 10 people? Did we give the business to 5 people? Have we followed up? Are we adding to our network? And then at the end of the call, we're going to, and the time that's left, we're going to start talking about our personal development. What are the things that you've read this week that are motivating you? You know, who are you watching? What coaches said something phenomenal? What did Melanie Mitro say this week on her Committed to Being Fit page? You know, something that's going to keep your mind in the game, because I'm telling you, it is so easy. And I will tell you this. When I jumped in this business, I had already done all of that inviting stuff, and I had already had a lot of people following me. So when I jumped in this business, it all came at once. But so for you, it's going to take a while to generate that business. I mean, literally, I was doing this stuff for about a year and a half, and it was just generating trust. You've got to generate that trust. But then once people trust you, they're going to jump in. Maybe you didn't sell a challenge pack last month, but maybe this month you're going to sell 3, because maybe last month was just generating that trust. For me, when I kind of backslid a little bit for those couple of months, which I had to do, there was just no choice. I had to. Everything kind of went down. People started going off of Shakeology. People started, they weren't exercising like they were because Rebecca wasn't motivating them. I wasn't. And now that I've just been consistent for 1 month, people are jumping in. People are, not that I want to steal people from other teams. I never, ever, 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 ever want to do that because it's unethical. But there are people who aren't getting anything from their upline, and they stopped months ago and are coming to me and saying, Rebecca, I just want to let you know that I actually stopped my coaching account with this other coach because I'm actually getting more motivation from you, and I know I need to wait. Like, they've already made that decision. They've already stopped. I've had 2 coaches do that, and they're just waiting until they can actually onboard. I don't even know these 2 people. I don't even know I don't even know where they live. I don't even know what state they're in, but all because I'm on there and starting to motivate again. So that's so important too. That might even be one of those things. Maybe we have 6 things to go diamond, is that you have to post like a diva on your wall. You have to post like a business owner. So, all right, I see a chat coming in, and then I want Jatana to add anything. I'm having good progress with Google Streak. Yeah, maybe we need to do if you have any info on how to do Google Streak, or can do like a video or something in the thing. We won't take time on this call to talk about ways to track, just because it's already 9:45. I wasted so much time. But I really want that information in Life Changers of how to track. If you have that, you could go live. You could go live in our group. So Jatana, what would you want to add to any of this?
I just like peeping in on the team calls. I'm just being a creeper and seeing what Rebecca has going on. Because you guys are you're one of my number 1 teams in my downline. And so I just wanted to see you guys. I know most of you. And I'm so proud of you. I tell Rebecca this all the time, and anytime I jump on this call. But y'all's downline is gorgeous. Whenever you start adding people to your teams and you start having these layers of teams, and you have to start stressing about whether or not your leaders are doing really well and they're growing. When you have somebody like Rebecca, it's like, boom! And then you click on somebody else, like, boom, there's more. So you guys are doing incredible things, and I'm so, so proud of you. Everything Rebecca said is golden. She has been an amazing, I want to say a student, but she is a student. Like, she's a learner. She's an observer, and she's able to duplicate quickly, execute quickly. And I think that's the key to Diamond, or the key to this business in general. You have to be able to execute. I know some of you guys like to hoard information and to store it and to research and to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s and have calendars and to write out long, beautiful posts and make beautiful graphics. Like, I get sucked into Instagram stories. Like, I love making them pretty. But that's not necessarily what is going to build this business and what's going to build your teams, what's going to build your challenge groups. It is all about how you execute. And a lot of the things that she said today, being able to execute on those things, not thinking about it, but actually going out and doing it and failing at it. Like, sometimes we do it and we fail at it. And it's terrible. I mean, buns, guns, and abs. I found Rebecca. Could you imagine if I was like, I don't know, I'm not real sure what I'm doing. I guarantee you, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I just saw this random thing pop up in my news feeds and I was like, oh, that looks like a fun challenge. Let me do that. Here comes Rebecca, my number 1 producer. Are you kidding me? That would have been crazy if I had not done that and had made that connection with Rebecca. So you never know, even if it's a complete flop, who you're going to connect with. And things like free groups, I hear coaches all the time, they're always like, oh man, I didn't get any challenge packs out of that free group. Like, everybody just wanted free stuff from me. Let me tell you, free groups are not about sales. Free groups are about adding value, loving on people, building your credibility, And the number one thing it's about is building your network. You're going to meet people that you would have not have met otherwise, because your friends are inviting their friends who are inviting their friends who are becoming your friends now. And so you want to max out on your friends. So if I posted on my page today, I'm like, I keep maxing out. You have to like keep deleting coaches so I can add more people. And that's what you want. You want to be able to expand your network with people that you would have never have reached otherwise. And that's something that free groups will do for you, because there's nothing invasive about joining a free group. I'm just going to get like free stuff. I'm going to get free recipes. I'm going to get free workouts. It's easy for people to join in. And then you say, hey girl, all right, you're here. You're doing this clean eating group. It's so much better if you invite your girlfriends. Go find 3 or 4 girlfriends to do it with you and get them in here and let's do this together. Guess what? It might not be your friend that's your next diamond coach, your next Rebecca. It might be one of their friends, but you would have never have met them if they hadn't invited them. And that's why free groups are so valuable. So I love that you guys are doing that. I want you guys to fully take advantage of that opportunity to meet people. Keep that mindset whenever you're in it. I just want to meet a lot of people. Like I want to meet so-and-so's friends, because so-and-so's friends might be my next superstar coach. So I agree 100% with everything Rebecca said. She's full of love and wisdom and knowledge, and she loves you guys and leads by example. So I'm super proud of you guys. And I'm always here. Don't ever be like, I can't message Tana. She's too busy. It might take me like 12 hours to get back to you, but I want to get back to you and I want to interact with you. So please feel free to always send me a message if you have any questions, or come to our events. Is it everybody in California or Colorado or something? Where's everybody
California.
California? Is anybody out in LA? Because I go to LA pretty often. Nobody's in LA. Good. It's not the greatest of places to be. But thank you for doing what you do, for changing lives. I use the word life changers it's not even my team name. I kind of like, man, that's a really good name. But I use it a lot. I think I might have said it on the National Wake Up Call. I don't know. But that's what we do. That's what Beachbody is all about. And I love that your team, that's your motto, that's your team name, because you guys change lives. And it's not just the physical, like we're not just trying to get abs or get thinner or anything like that, or fit into our bathing suit for vacation. While we might promote that sometimes, it's really this is a word that I like to use now. It's my new word, evolve. We help people evolve into like a better version of themselves. And I think if we can get that message across to people that, listen, I'm not about putting you into a challenge group and helping you lose 15 pounds. I want to make you evolve as a person. And that's what this does. And that's what you guys do as life changers. So I love you guys. I'm proud of you guys. And I'm always here for you if you need me. All right, I'm going to shut up now.
No, that's good. That's awesome. And and this is the thing too, is that even for myself, it helps me to remember where this all originated. Because we have new coaches on the call too, and some that have heard this before, but I think it'll be a refresher. Jatana literally just friended me because we had a mutual friend, and I was asking, they were these homeschooling moms that were working out in some church parking lot. And I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't want to join them necessarily. I didn't want to join them. But I'm just asking, what are y'all doing? And then she liked that comment and sent me a friend request. And then from that point on, and then I followed her. And Jatana was new to the business. You had only been in there maybe a year. I don't know.
I was probably a diamond coach. I don't know, but I was acting like I was a millionaire.
I don't even think you were diamond. I don't think that you were a diamond yet either. Okay. I think it was early.
Oh, okay.
I think it was when you very first started. What year did you start?
2013.
Okay. Yeah, because that's right when we moved here. Yeah, you weren't a diamond yet. But I watched the way that she was like, oh, I hit this. Nah, I don't know. But she would do like all these, like whenever she got a shout out from somewhere, she would grab it and put it on her wall. Or she'd do her own shout outs or do something, like she would show, like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, look at her. Mm-hmm. That's fun. Look at her. She's just having fun on Facebook. Like, I'm just like a stay-at-home homeschooling mom. I just want to have fun on Facebook, and whatever. But then I saw her like, progress. And the thing is that I know I've watched her from that point go to earning a 6-figure income plus, and it's like I watched her from scratch as an Emerald coach and go from there to successful. And I'm like, well, if she can do it, because you were a stay-at-home mom, you had 2 babies, there's, of course, there's something special about everybody, but there wasn't, Jatana didn't have this amazing
network marketing or something. No.
Yeah. You didn't have an upline coach even to pour into. You just started doing it. And I thought, well, if she can do it, why can't I? And I want you guys to think that. If Rebecca can go diamond then why can't I? If Rebecca has a 1-star, which, Sarah was my first diamond, and then Pat was a diamond, and then Cindy Laniga went diamond, and then Audra. We have had 4 life changers that have gone diamond, and I've been doing this for 2 years. If they can go diamond, why can't you go diamond? Of course you can, but you've got to do what it takes to get there, and there has to be some kind of accountability. Number 1, you have to be accountable to yourself and say, do I really want this? And if you do, you've got to treat this like a job. If you get hired at McDonald's or Tasty Freeze, or Dollar Tree, I'm trying to think of the babysitting. I'm trying to think of the lowest little job that you could possibly get. I don't know. If you don't show up, you're not going to have a job. You're not going to. You're going to get fired, or you're not going to get an income at the least. But if you show up, even at McDonald's, you're going to end up getting a pay raise, even at McDonald's. And eventually you're going to rank advance at McDonald's. And then eventually you're going to go to a steakhouse. But you've got to show up. If you want this from Beachbody, you've got to set your business hours. You've got to get those 10 invites out every single week. You've got to present the business to 5 people every single week or more. You've got to add 20 to 30 people that are like-minded and like you. If I go in there and I see people that are cussing all day long, maybe for ministries, I don't know. If they find me, that's awesome. But if we really don't have anything in common, then, I may not give them that friend request, right? But you really have to show up. And I don't want to be and I don't want to be that way, but it is just the truth. If this is something you want, you have to do the invites and you have to get out there. Would you not agree, Jatana?
I'd agree 100%. And one of the things I want to add on to that is you guys have to be transforming yourself. You've got to show people that this works. If you're not transforming, whether it be in your business or say you're already super in shape and you're not showing that something is changing about you, then they're not really going to have any interest in what you're doing. And if you are on a fitness journey that is a destination from 50 pounds or something like that, work on, make sure that is a priority. Do not lose sight. I've seen way too many coaches lose their own fitness journey, top leaders lose their fitness journey in the midst of this business, and make sure that's a priority. I tell my assistant, Nicola, all the time, I'm like, girl, you're not allowed to listen to me till you get your workout in. She would work she's blue in the face before she does her workout. And so I just want to make sure you guys make yourself a priority too, because we got to practice what we preach. We feel like a fraud if we're trying to promote health and fitness, and here we are eating our Doritos and totally falling off. So keep working on your fitness journey and make a goal for yourself. What are you going to look like in 6 months? Where are you going to be? You guys, 80-Day Obsession is coming out, and it is going to blow up. It is the most amazing program that I have ever done in my whole life. I am drenched in sweat, and I don't feel miserable while I'm doing it. I'm using sliders. I'm using resistance bands. It's a whole new gorilla. Time nutrition. Tomorrow I get to eat cookies all day. It's called Refeed Day. It's amazing. So it's gonna be incredible, and I hope you guys are preparing for that too, because that's coming out in January. So you can start priming your audience and your current challengers with, you're not going to be ready for 80-Day Obsession if you don't start now. 80-Day Obsession is not a baby workout. It is hard, and it's it's gonna like totally sculpt your body and challenge you. But we got to prepare now before we get to January 13th when we start our first challenge group for 80 days. So I would be thinking about that too, talking about it coming out and saying, you know what, I'm getting ladies ready. We're going to do the 21 Day Fix, and then we're going to do Chisel, and we're going to do 21 Day Fix Extreme. We're going to do Country Heat. We're going to get all of them done before that comes out. And I know this is off the record, but I'm pretty sure Autumn's going to have Autumn Week. Let's hope Shannon flies out to LA for that. But you guys are doing amazing. And follow Rebecca's lead. What she says is golden, absolutely golden.
You know, another thing too, and it kind of jogs my just thinking, you know, because as we talk. So for some of us, I think myself included, the goal will be, I just need to be skinny. I need to be skinny, and I need skinny, skinny, skinny. That doesn't have to be your goal to be healthy. That doesn't have to be your goal. Like, you can be strong and healthy and still have a transformation. You could start doing the hard labor workout and start lifting weights. Because I'm telling you, that was how I got into fitness in the first place. When I was in high school, I was pushing 155 pounds, which for me, there was no muscle, there was no nothing, and I was overweight. I see pictures back then. I really was overweight, and I ended up getting into bodybuilding, and all of a sudden, I started, then later once I was into bodybuilding, my weight stayed, or it didn't stay, it went down. But then when I was bodybuilding, I went up to like 145, 150, and my goal was to hit 165 pounds, but I wanted it muscle because I was sculpting myself. So you can get stronger, you know, it doesn't have to be, I just need to eat lettuce. Go for a bodybuilding program, you know, and get strong, just get a transformation, get something to where you are fit, you are healthy, you really do have control of what you are, what you're doing with your body and how you are fueling your body. You have to have control, but maybe it's going to look, you know, a little different, you know, because we've seen coaches be successful that way too. So, any questions? Anybody have any questions or thoughts or ideas? Melinda?
So one thing I was going to say, I spent a lot of yesterday sending out some messages, and I got some good feedback with the whole push of people being frustrated with being added to groups or events uninvited. And I know that's a big thing, and I know that's not anything that we're necessarily doing. I have started asking and just putting it out there and saying, I never want to add somebody to my group without asking first, would you mind being added to this group and taking a look at the information? And I have had better results asking that question than just leaving it up in the air and, you know, just kind of leaving it out there. So I think with the whole network marketing push as far as Facebook goes and people being so tired of it, that I think it's refreshing that they feel connected in a way that they appreciate you asking them permission. In fact, I've had several people go, thank you for asking, you know, like they just really appreciate that. So that's something I've started tagging along with my invites to the end of the message. And I think people really appreciate it because they know I'm not just gonna add them and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just having a lot more conversation getting started when I've added that to the end of the line or end of my invite with people. So I just got it out there that just asking their permission, I think they really appreciate. That's just something that's been working for me as far as invites. Plus the call last week for Epic was just absolutely phenomenal because he talked about sending the messages, and when you hit send, you're sending greatness. And I just have been my mindset has been on that this week, that every time I send something, I'm sending a little bit of my greatness to connect with their greatness. And just making that connection is making it easier for me not to like freak out so much about how I word it or what I say, but just getting the information out there. And I'm sending more messages without, I don't want to say without being invested in the return, but I'm not worried so much about it. I'm just kind of concentrating on getting the message out there, getting the invite out there, and then letting it just happen. And it helps me relax a little bit. Plus, I don't know. It's that whole manifesting thing, and it, I don't know. It's just been working for me. Because
Yeah.
remember last week I was really,
That's
really
good.
in a bad place,
That's
so-
good. And even on that whole vein of inviting, I have another short clip. It's like 10 minutes from another favorite coach of mine that I follow is Ashley Smith. I love her. I love her approach. I love her sweetness and the way that she invites. So I'm going to put that video in Life Changers as well. It's really, really good. And it's just helpful. It's like, oh, inviting doesn't have to be so prickly. It can be a soft, furry kitten rather than a porcupine. I don't know. But the accountability. So I was thinking, how can we do a check-in every single week? Because I know that we have people that work. I know like we have the Monday morning, I know Jatana does her coffee chat Monday morning thing. I mean, we could do a Life Changers call during that, or if you guys benefit from Jatana's, we can still do that. Or I was thinking Thursday morning. Melinda, are you available on Thursday mornings or no? During the day?
Not usually, because I start work at 9 here, which
Okay.
would be, so I have to drop my daughter off for school. So I would be driving during, anything like if,
Okay. What about
unless it was 6 a.m. Like if it was
Okay.
a coffee chat time, 6 a.m., I could possibly do that.
Okay, so like a 9 a.m. Ooh, that'd be early for California too. Or another thing too is like even just a few minutes before team call. Say like 20 minutes before we get on our team call. Could people do that? Raise your hand if you could do that before team call. Tracy can, and Tammy, can you sorta? Would you be there to at least check in to just say if you've done it or not? Jackie, could you? Trish? Melinda, you can? You can be there a little bit before team call? Who can't? Do like this if you can't. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll do that, like 20 minutes before team call. Raised a hand. Okay, so you raised your hand that you can do it, Casey? Oh, she's frozen. All right. Well, why don't we do that, and then maybe, I mean, we could even do like a Thursday morning, or just a real quick, again, like 30 minutes. We could do another call like on Thursday, if you're not working, yeah. Maybe like, I don't know, Miriam, did you say that Thursdays are good for you during the day? What time is good for you for Colorado time?
Honestly, when my kids are in school, that's fine. So sometimes adding it to team calls a little bit challenging for me, just
Okay.
because I'm right now, like everybody's spending time without me.
What about like 10:30 on Thursday mornings, which would be 8:30 your time? Could you do that?
Yeah, it's
Too
when
early?
I'm starting to get my kids off to school, because
Okay,
I
how
drop
about
them off at 9.
You have at 9. Can you do 9?
Yes, that's when I drop them off, so
All
I
right.
could be available right then.
Lydia, can you do Thursday mornings? You're East Coast. Or Brenda? Oh, Brenda dropped off. Lydia's like, I am blow drying my hair. She just got
No, yeah, I can do that.
You can do Thursday mornings like 11 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay. And Trisha, I don't know. I'm naming random people just because I know their schedules. I don't know everybody's schedule. So that's what we'll do. We'll do 20 minutes before team call, and then we'll do, let me write this down. So 8:40 and 8:40 is just going to be a check-in. It'll be check-in. And then Thursday mornings at 11, Thursdays, which would be 9 o'clock or
So that's 8 o'clock my time?
on Thursdays.
Okay. Okay.
And then that might be a little bit more time to even talk about personal development too. So, but I think that if we all commit, I'm definitely going to commit, and I'm the leader. Like, I've got to commit because I've never done invites like that before, other than like clean groups. But like to do that progression, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna present the business to 5 people every single week. That's 20. That's 20 people a month, y'all. Somebody's got to bite and say yes. I mean, out of 20 people a month, somebody's going to. So.
Okay, so I have a question about that. like if you don't have, I don't have that many challengers, so it's like I can't go back and into my challenger group and see who was good at posting or engaging and things like that, 'cause I haven't had that many challengers. So how do you go about like the quote unquote cold invite for challenge groups? I'm more comfortable with that because I can just ask them to take a look at information. But how do you word it? How do you approach it for somebody if you're supposed to do 5? How do you approach it for somebody that's for coaching? I haven't done that.
I think that you can still do that even in your free groups as well and transition like the free groups, because you're going to have, especially if you do events and you have like lots and lots of people when people have invited, you're going to have friends, family. Like when we very first, okay, let's take it back to the very origination. When we very first signed up, what did they tell us to do? To make a list of 100 people. Raise your hands if you have a list of 100 people. All right, so how many times does 5 go into 100? That's 20 right there. So that's 20 weeks right there. Just make your list of 100 people and start engaging and making conversations with them. And post. I remember Jatana said this a long time ago. Whatever you fish for, that's what you're going to get. Whatever bait you use, that's the kind of fish you're going to get. So make sure you have equal time. And Melanie, I don't know what she does now because I haven't followed her as closely lately. But I know for a while she was doing like whatever she's promoting. If she's promoting a challenge group, she's going to do 7 days like with little bait of a challenge group. If she's going to promote coaching, she's going to have 7 days before that where she's baiting for coaches. Bonnie Engel is a great one to follow if you want to know how, coaching posts. She's phenomenal. That's all she posts. That's all she ever talks about. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen her do even a challenge group post. I don't know. But what are your ideas, Jatana? Any other ideas for how to present the business to people?
I mean, obviously your challengers are your number one prospect because you can just talk about how they've been super engaging in the group. But outside of that, I mean, if you feel like you're at a drought of people, that's, for me, if I feel like I'm at a drought of people that I can present it to, it's a direct reflection on my efforts. I just look at it inwardly of like, okay, maybe I need to be interacting with more people. Maybe I need to be adding to my Facebook friends list. Maybe I need to be networking more on Instagram. But if I were in a position where I didn't know where to go, I think the first thing I would do is sit down and think about who I think would be an amazing coach who is not in my challenge group. And I would message them and be like, hey, girl, I know this is totally out of the blue, and take it as an encouragement. But I think you would be absolutely incredible at what I do. I think you are already an inspiration on Facebook. I love reading your posts, and I think you would be amazing at what I do. Just want to tell you that, just leave it as encouragement and leave it there and let it marinate in their own minds. But if you're not presenting yourself properly on Facebook, then they can't see what you're talking about. They're gonna be like, "What, you want me to do what?" I don't know what you're talking about because I don't. But if I were to say that to somebody, right, they would go, "You want me to dance around the camera and like bring people on retreats and like go to crazy fly all over the place?" Like you have to present what you're doing on social media so that when you do plant those little seeds, you're like, that would be fun to do what Melinda does. That's kind of cool. Like, I can't believe she thought of me, and let it be a compliment. So that's what I would do as a cold invite, as a part of the 5. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, guys. Well, thank you for your peace and your patience. Not throwing things at your screen at me because I jacked up the beginning of the team call, but I think we've had a really good team call. I love the fight. I love seeing this many people show up on a call. That in and of itself, our team really is. And I know Jatana says that as she's like looking in or looking at, down at our downline. But, I've spent time with you guys, a little bit here, there. I just love the commitment. I love it. Even having that many people that went to Summit all by themselves and just like, it was phenomenal. We have people that are committing to go to Destin, and that is going to happen. We're not going to get rained out. We're going to go. But to have our team really love each other and really support each other. We're not like a bunch of people that it's all for me. It's like it's business owners and we're all, no, we are a team. We are a family. And utilize that and let people see that. Let people see that family feel that we have, because people want to belong. So I love you guys. I'm going to end it here. Have a great night. Thank you for being on. Good night, guys.